Aloha, I'm Kikoa Kealoha, and this is an introduction to the steps to care. Let me tell you the most frustrating thing that I've ever experienced as a patient. I went through a full procedure. Cost me about $2,500 out of pocket. I took 2 weeks off of work. I did months of prep, only to find out later that it didn't work. And I had to do all of that over again. No one walked me through what that was going to feel like. And I didn't even know the right questions to ask. And that experience is exactly why I created something called the Steps to Care. Because navigating healthcare shouldn't feel like guessing your way through one of the most important systems in your life. The Steps to Care is a simple framework to help you take control of your healthcare experience, whether you're a patient, a caregiver, or an advocate. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 4 core steps to get you started. CARE is an acronym. C is for collect information. A means to ask strategic questions. R is for record and track everything. And E is escalate when necessary. This is just the beginning, but if you apply even the basics, you're already operating differently than most people are in the system. Step 1, collect information. Most people move through healthcare reactively. Something happens, you go to the doctor, and then you follow whatever instructions you receive. But the first step is actually to slow down and collect information. That means getting clear on what exactly the problem is. When did the problem start? What has already been done? What symptoms, patterns, or changes are actually happening? Even the basics like writing down your symptoms, taking pictures if they're relevant, keeping a timeline of all of these things happening. This matters because healthcare providers are making decisions based on the information that you give to them. If your information is incomplete, your care might be incomplete too. You are the primary source of truth for your experience, so document it. Step 2, ask strategic questions. This is where most people feel intimidated, but it's also where things start to shift. Instead of just asking, what should I do? Start asking questions like, what are my options? What happens if this doesn't work? Are there alternatives? What are the risks and success rates? What should I be keeping track of? You're not challenging the provider, you're collaborating with them. Good providers actually want engaged patients. And here's the truth. If you don't ask, you may not get the full picture. Strategic questions turn you from passive to informed, and that changes outcomes. Step 3, record and track. This is one of the most underrated steps. After appointments, procedures, or new medications, you need to track what's happening. That includes symptoms, whether they're improving or getting worse, side effects, missed doses, or changes to your medications. You should also be keeping track of follow-up instructions. This matters because healthcare is often spaced out over weeks or even months. And if you go back to your doctor and say, I think it got worse, that's a very different conversation than when you go back and say, here's what happened over the last 3 weeks. Tracking gives you evidence, not just memory. And some of us, speaking from personal experience, are poor historians. If it's not recorded, it's easy for it to be overlooked. Step 4, escalate when necessary. This is arguably the hardest step, but it is one of the most important. If something isn't working, if you're not getting answers, if your condition is getting worse, you might have to escalate. And this could look like asking for a second opinion, or requesting a specialist referral, or following up more frequently. It could involve contacting patient services or support teams. Escalation is not about being difficult. It is about recognizing that you have the right to appropriate care. Advocating for yourself is a part of the process, not a disruption to it. So those are the steps to care. Collect information, ask strategic questions, record and track, and escalate when necessary. This is just the starting point, but if you begin to use these steps, you'll already be navigating healthcare with more clarity and more confidence. If you want to go deeper inside this community, I break this down step by step with templates, real scenarios, and tools that you can actually use. But for now, start here. Even one of these steps can change your entire experience. If this helped you, stay connected. This space is here for patients, for caregivers, and advocates who are all just trying to figure this out together. And I'll be here with you while you take the steps to care for yourself and for the people that you love.